Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and into another budget with me video. Trying to get the camera just right here. Anyway, if you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Sue. We'd love to have you as part of our family here on YouTube. If you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. In my budget videos, I kind of just walk you through how I spend the extra money that we have after putting money into our savings and to our bills. So this is the leftover money that I have, and I like to break it down into cash envelopes. This is my budget planner, which I got off Amazon. It will be linked in the description box below if you're interested in checking that out for yourself. I break my extra dollars, my weekly budget amount for groceries, gas, all of that fun stuff in this budget planner, and then I break it down into my cash envelope system. A lot of you guys ask me what my cash envelope system is, and that is the outside cover and the rings here are a Happy Planner notes book. It just comes with, you know, notebook pages on the inside. You just tear them out. And then I have taken cardstock and I've just laminated my own cash envelopes, slapped some labels on it and put it back in there. I do have an Etsy store where I do have some of these available for you guys if you're interested in starting your own cash envelope system. You will, however, have to go to Hobby Lobby or Amazon and find the Happy Planner Happy Notes notebooks. I have it available in this size, plus I have it available in the longer version. There's two different versions, and I will have both of those linked in the description box below. Some that I found on Amazon, so if you're interested in buying the outside cover and the rings, you will find it there. Or like I said, you can go into Hobby Lobby or Michael's into their planner section, and you should be able to find these little notebooks available there, and you'll just remove the inside papers and you can purchase these cash envelopes that I have. Also, Amazon has a whole bunch of different cash envelope systems available on there if you just want to search for it. By all means, do that. Like I said, I do have some of the things that I use in this video linked in this description box below, as well as my Etsy store is always linked down there too. So if you're interested in purchasing something like that, I have some options for you down there. Go check it out. I will be following this little system that I usually follow every single week. Some things came up this week. We pulled money out early, and I'll go through all of that fun stuff with you as we get into it. But the first thing I like to do is, if I have any cash left over in my grocery money, in my miscellaneous money, and in my buffer account, then I will pull those out. I do make a conscious effort to not spend my $5 bills, so you will see that. Is this light like really low or what? Let me see if I can adjust the light for you. How's that? I think that's a little bit better, don't you think? Maybe one down some. Anyway, I don't know why the light looks off recently in some of my videos. I think one of the kids got a hold of my camera. Let me zoom you in just a little bit more so you can kind of see. Anyway, so I make a conscious effort not to spend my $5 bills. I save every single $5 bills that comes my way, and I just set that money aside just for little extra things that we as a family would like to do. Vacation, extra money on vacation. If we want to go to a weekend somewhere, it's there. So I'm going to break this down. I'm going to go through those three envelopes. I usually never have any money left over in my groceries. I usually always go over on my budget account or on my budgeted money for my groceries. And I will pull any extra funds out of my miscellaneous fund or my buffer. I always like to have just a little bit of a buffer money in case something comes up and I need to use that, which 9 times out of 10, let's just get real, it does. So I never have any money left over in my groceries usually. And this week, I think I have some left over in my miscellaneous, which is a $5 bill and a whole bunch of ones, it looks like. And I don't have anything left in my buffer. So this week it looks like, let's just see. I have a $5 bill, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 $1 bills and a $5 bill. Normally I have way more $5 bills than just one, but this week it just worked out where the change back that I was given was just a whole bunch of ones. So that's the way that it works. I do have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and I'm adding a $5 bill to that. I always keep track of the amount of money that I know when I set these up every single week, how much $5 bills that I have here in this envelope to kind of just help me keep track and make sure my kids and my husband and stuff is not getting into it, if that makes any sense. And I'm just gonna set these $1 bills aside for now, and we're just gonna go ahead and jump into it. Okay. So I, most of the time, like to deal with 20s and 10s. I usually hardly ever deal with anything other than that. So most of the time you're just gonna see 20s and 10s because I save my 5s and I really hate holding on to $1 bills, so I will most always try to spend these first. But in the grocery money, we're gonna put 80, 20, 40, 60, 80. I like dealing with even whole numbers because it's easier for my brain to do math that way. This is what I was talking about with my gas. I usually always put $20 into my gas fund. We live in a very rural area. Everything that I have is here in town, and I'm $20 of gas a week will do my car just fine. But my husband has already taken the gas money and put it in my car because I had some errands to run today. Plus Friday, I'm normally off on Fridays, but I did have to go in and work a little bit this morning. So he anyway went ahead and filled my, put the gas in my car. My personal account, which is just my personal money, I just use this for whatever my heart desires. Usually the only thing that I do for myself is get my nails done every 2 weeks. This week I'm not having to do that, so I'm just going to be adding the $40 in here. So I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, and then I will have this 40 in here added, so that's going to be 200. Now I do think that I'm going to be going to the casino this evening or possibly at some point this weekend with my friend, so that money will come out of my personal account, not out of like our checking account or a savings account. I will use my personal money for that. And my husband also does get $40 for his weekly personal money. However, I just hand that to him in cash. He doesn't have an envelope for it, obviously. The school fund will get 20, and this is empty because I had to send some lunch money for one of the boys last week. And if you're interested on how I deal with lunch money here in my household, I go into a little bit more detail of that in last week's video. So if you would go to my budget playlist and watch that video, you'll see a little bit more why it is that I do what I do with lunch money in that video. Let's see, Dollar Tree, I haven't been going, so I kind of just haven't been putting any money in there. Car maintenance gets 20, and I depleted this because my vehicle needed a oil change last week, so we went ahead and done that. So I'm going to add the $20 back in there. Clothing will get 20 as well, and I do believe I have a $20 bill in there, so I will be adding another 20 in there to make 40. And my clothing fund is just for things that come up that we might need. Somebody needs socks, somebody needs underwear. My kid has lost all the hoodies in their closet and I don't have anything to send them to school in. Stuff like that. If I need something, shoes or something comes up where I need something specifically, that's what this money is for. We do budget twice a year an allowance for clothing for all of our 5 family members. One is in the middle of winter and the other one is not in the middle of winter. One will be in spring and one will be at the beginning of the school year. We allot a certain amount of money, which is put into our checking account each week as like a bill, and I just save that money up for school, back to school shopping, and then, you know, springtime, summertime for clothes for that purpose there. But that is to me a bill because I budget that accordingly out of my bill money. Anyway, sports will get $10, and I do believe there's 10 in here. I recently, not last week, but the week before that, I pulled money out because we are getting ready for baseball season. So we are buying cleats and all the gear that goes with playing baseball. And I've said this before in my videos, I do budget out. We have pretty expensive fees here where we live for the two youngest children for their football and their baseball. So I do set aside specific amount of money that goes into my checking account for sports a year. We probably spend about $5,000 in sports fees for all three of my kids. So the major cost of that gets budgeted through like our monthly bills. This sports fund is basically just for any of the extras that they might need: mouthpieces, cleats, t-shirts, ball caps, whatever it is that they need. And then once the seasons start, that money will be for like concessions and things, traveling, gas, things like that we might need, because we do have to provide our own travel expenses for the two younger ones. And the oldest one is in high school now, so the travel is provided via the school. We have miscellaneous, which is going to get 40. It usually always does. So there's that. Family fun gets 20, and this is usually for pizza night, unless they decide they want something different for dinner. Sometimes we get McDonald's or whatever they want. I'm not picky. It's just a treat for the end of the week. We made it through the week. We made it through work. We made it through school. We're gonna go easy, and Mom's not gonna have to cook nothing. Gifts is going to get 10, of course, as usual. And I still have 10 in there. This is just for any little birthday party or something comes up and I need to provide some cashola for that. Vacation is getting 20 this week. Last week I put 40 in there, and you will see me start to put random amounts of money in my vacation fund. But I'm only putting 20 in here because it's gonna make my account an even 100. And you guys know, if you've been here a while, that once my envelope gets to 100, I take it out and put it into our safe that I have in our home. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So I will keep that out, and I also will notate down here, today is the 13th, and I'm adding $100 to vacay. So there's that. Buffer is going to get $20 this week. And then I need to put $11 into the graduation fund. So I'm going to take 11 out of the stack of $1 bills here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I'm going to add it to the graduation fund. 20, 40, 55. 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. So I'm going to have that in there. And again, once I get this bad boy to $100, I'm going to be adding it to my safe as well. And what I do with that graduation fund, y'all, if you are new here, those of you guys who have been with me know how this rolls. But every week I add an extra $1. So last week I added 10. This week I added 11. Next week I'll add 3. My oldest son is going to be graduating next May. So I am saving up extra money for our trip to Rome. This will just be our spending expenses, you know, food and stuff like that, taxis, whatever it is we gotta do, or spend money on. This is what this money is for. I have already budgeted the accommodation and the airfare to get over to Rome, so that's not what this money for. This is just for our spending money while we're there. And I will continue this all the way through the end of this year and all the way up until the time that we go on our trip. So there's that. And then I have this extra $5, and I will be putting this into my grocery money. Just a little bit extra, so I'll have $85 in there. And that is what I'm doing with my extra cash this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you're new here, we'd love to have you. Consider hitting that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below if you have any questions or comments. I love reading your guys' comments and questions. If you need to address something really quickly, all of my information, my P.O. Box and my email address is always in the description box below. And a lot of times I don't get to the comments until before I'm posting this video. So if you asked me a question in last week's video, chances are in next week's video, you are going to get that answer at the beginning of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I hope you guys are staying on budget. I'm doing pretty good. I had a week there where I kind of went off budget and went a little cray, but I'm getting back on track, and that just kind of happens as life goes on. So I hope you guys enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys in my next budget video. Bye guys!